So, okay, now you can see the PPT on trigonometry. So
Yes,
far we have,
sir.
okay, so far we have covered angle, then there are positive angle and negative angle. If it is anti-clockwise, you rotate a ray about the fixed point. The amount of rotation is called an angle, and that angle, if rotate in anti-clockwise direction, it is called positive angle. If clockwise direction, it is called as negative angle. Then there are mostly using two units to measuring an angle. One is degree, which you have already learned in standard 11, and degree is further subdivided into minute and second. And to remember that, I told you have to consider clock, your wristwatch, as the degree measures. 1 hour you will think as 1 degree. Then 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, like hour is 60 minutes. Then 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So, and one full rotation is 360 degree in the clock. So then everything is clear about degree. So now in the 11, 12, whatever formula you will read, all are in the radian version. So radian is the another unit of measurement. All the formulae of mathematics based on radian. Now any problems you are going to handle in derivative, integrations, limits. So all the calculus problems, you have to convert degree into radian, then you can apply that formula. Simply don't think that this formula is whole good for degree. Degree you have to convert, then formula is whole good. Then in plus 2 onward, you have to, all the formula of mathematics is always calculated on radian. Then radian, what is the radian? I am just recapitulate. Radian is the amount of rotations. If the radius of the circle rotates in the arc equal to the radius, the central angle is called 1 radian. The arc length equal to the radius of the circle sustains certain angle at the center of the circle is called as 1 radian. Approximately it is 58 degree. Generally we are taking 57 degree, 16 minutes, 45 seconds. Then the 180 radian, 180 degree is equal to pi radian. Then other angle we can convert it into radian. So generally we are using 0 radian, pi by 6, 30 degree, pi by 4, 45 degree, pi by 3, 60 degree, pi by 2, 90 degree, 2 pi by 3, 120 degree, 3 pi by 4, 135 degree, then pi, 180 degree. So these are usual tabular angle regularly coming in your course of studies. So almost all will acquainted this type of angle. Frequently you are going to make. And from 180 is equal to pi, if you remember this, you can derive all the multiple of fifth multiple of the angles. Means if the angle is multiple of pi, you can easily convert into radian. This is so far we learn. Then we come to the ASTC rule, where trigonometries or the functions are positive and negative. A stands for all trigonometric functions are positive in the first quadrant. The first quadrant is common room for all 6 trigonometric functions. Common room means in the common room we are speaking each other about the positive things of the person. That's why I'm telling. In common room means everybody discussing about the other trigonometric functions, the positive aspect of the trigonometry. That's why all are positive in that. Second quadrant, sine and cosec are positive, and remaining 4 are negative. Third quadrant, tan and cot are positive, remaining 4 are negative. Then fourth quadrant, cos and sec are positive, remaining 4 are negative. This is the ASTC rule that all sine, tan, cos. Then we read about some multiple angle of pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2, and even multiple of pi by 2, that I discussed how to get that 54 formulas. So when it is odd multiple of 90, then you have to convert the function to its complements and take the sign of original function by ASTC rule. Or multiple of angles are 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, 270 minus theta and 270 plus theta. 90 and 270 are lies in the y-axis, then y-axis angle. If 90 minus theta is going to first quadrant, 90 plus theta you are going to in the second quadrant, then 270 is the negative side of y-axis, then 270 minus theta is third quadrant, 270 plus theta is fourth quadrant, little left and little right. Plus is right, minus is left. Then it should be there in your brain. So these are the multiple of or multiple of 90. Then come to even multiple of 90. They are 0, 180, 360, so on. So then there are the angle theta, first quadrant, then 180 minus theta, second quadrant, 180 plus theta, third quadrant, 360 minus theta, fourth quadrant, 360 plus theta, first quadrant. So these are the even multiple of 90. Even multiple of 90, you don't change the functions, do not change the function, but consider the sign of the function by ASTC rule. With this, we did 54 formulas relating to this type of angle. Then we discuss all the graphs of trigonometric functions and their multiple angles. Also, one activity we did in a graph paper, you are going to plot sin x graph, sin 2x graph and the sin x by 2 graph to see what is happens. When the multiple angles are increasing, then graph is squeezed about x-axis. If the angle is submultiple, means x by 2, x by 3. If the angle is submultiple angle of that angle, then it is expanded along x-axis. The period is increasing in submultiple and period is decreasing in multiple. Multiple means 2a, 3a, 4a like that, and submultiple is x by 2, x by 3, x by 4 like that submultiple. Submultiple it is expanded along x-axis, and in multiple angles it is sink about x-axis. So period of the sine, cos, sec, cosec is 2 pi 360. Tan and cot period is pi. Till today we have completed this much. Then the last class what we did, some question on this PPT that I am going to show. So PPT, now all of you look at the PPT. So far we have learned this much. Then from there I am going to discuss today the PPT. So second PPT, now we'll see what is the learning objectives of this. Now we are going to find. So first one, look at this PPT, previous learning. For previous learnings, you have learned about this. An angle is a measure of rotation of a given ray about its initial point. The original ray is called initial side and the final ray is called as terminal side. The point of rotation is called vertex. If the direction of the rotation is anti-clockwise, angle is positive. If clockwise, it is negative. So all of you seen in the picture, this is. Then we'll go to next slide. All of you clear about this? I have discussed. So next slide. So learning objective. What do you mean learning objective? Learning objective, what you are going to learn while I am teaching on the class. And in the future, what is the application of it? What is the need of learning this? So that is called as learning objectives. So this objective to be achieved by you. So knowledge of angle, it's clear, the knowledge, everybody know the angle from the childhood, but still then due to negative and positive angle, angle is a real number, that's why there is positive. In the school mathematics, you know angle is from 0 to 360, but now your knowledge is expanded over that. It is a real number from minus infinity to infinity. It can be takes any angle. So knowledge of angle, positive and negative angle of the rotation, ASTC rule, value of trigonometric function. These are the value means tabular values. So now we'll go to next slides of discussion. The next slide is ASTC rule. All of you see that, and this first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. So all science teachers are crazy. So ASTC rule, you need not to take the help of another sentence to memorize. Direct you remember, that's better. ASTC rule, A stand for first quadrant, A stand for second quadrant, T stand for third quadrant, C stand for fourth quadrant, A stand for all, A stand for sign. Sign is positive, is its reciprocal is positive. So sign reciprocal is cosine, cosec. So then they are positive. T stand for third quadrant and T stand for tan. Tan and cot are positive because tan and cot are reciprocal function. So one number is positive, its reciprocal is positive. So that's why tan and cot are positive, remaining 4 are negative. Then cos and sec are positive. Then from this analysis, you come to know, I have written who are positive and who are negative. All of you know that sin, cosec are positive, cos, sec, tan, cot negative in second quadrant. First quadrant all are positive. That's why I told it is a common rule for everybody. Then the second quadrant is sin and cosec, remaining are negative. Then third quadrant is tan and cot are positive, remaining are negative. The fourth quadrant is cos and sec are positive and remaining 4 are negative. Look at here, then you can find interesting things. That means every trigonometry function are positive in 2 quadrant and negative in 2 quadrant. All of you observe it and tell me. Every trigonometric function is positive in the 2 quadrant and negative in the 2 quadrant. Very interesting and is required in standard 12. So sine, if whenever I alter sine, it is positive in the first and second. Cosine remains same. So first and second. So then we'll go to tan. Tan is positive in the first and third, and cot is first and third. Then cos is positive in the first and fourth, and sec is first and fourth. So look at it. So all the trigonometric functions are positive in the 2 quadrant and negative in the 2 quadrant. Then I have given the formula. Minus theta is a multiple of even angle. That formula already you did. If it is even why? Now 0 minus theta, 0 can be written as 0 into 90 minus theta. So then sine minus theta is equal function we are not going to change. So same sine theta and minus theta is the fourth quadrant angle. Then by ASTC rule, sine is negative in the fourth quadrant, then it is minus theta. Similarly, cos minus theta is equal to plus cos theta. Tan of minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. Cosec of minus theta is equal to cosec minus theta. And sec of minus theta is sec theta. And cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. All of you know this formula that last class I vividly discussed about it. Then one thing, all of you write down here. So I'm writing in the blackboard also, you can write. So sine is called as odd functions. Here I'm one thing I'm discussing. There is an odd function, there is an even function. Very essential for all of you. Odd functions, all of you. Look at the green board, whether it is visible or not, you will tell me. So the odd function, f of minus x is equal to minus fx. That type of function is odd function. Even function, f of minus x is equal to f of x. So which functions are satisfied this one? They are all odd functions. Which functions will satisfy these definitions is called as even function. Very important things. So these two functions you can see here. So all of you able to see the green board perfectly. This is the odd function. This is the even function. Hello, is it visible to all of you or not? Odd function is the f of minus x equal to minus fx. Just like giving example, sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. That's why sine is a odd function. That's why sine is a odd function. It is satisfying the definition of odd functions. So that's why this is sine of minus theta is good. Now see even function. What is the definition of even function? That is cos of minus theta. Easily they can. Hello.
Sir?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Uh, odd functions and even function. Everybody clear about it? What is odd function? All of you written the here I am showing in the video. All of you look at the video. So this is sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. It's a odd function because f of minus x equal to minus of fx. Which function will satisfy this definition? They are odd functions. And cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. This is even function that is satisfy the definition of f of minus x equal to fx. The which function satisfy this is called even functions. Then some function neither obey the both of this f of minus x equal to minus fx, neither this one nor f of minus x equal to minus of f of x. The both is not going to satisfy. These type of functions are called neither odd nor even. So those functions satisfying these two definitions, either it is odd or even. If they will not satisfy neither of them, then they are neither odd or nor even. And then we'll go to next slide. This is about ASTC rule. So this is about ASTC rule. So now we'll go to next one. So let you see. Next one, this is first example I'm going to give. Now we'll come to a stage from a one value is given to you, one trigonometric value is given to you. How to predict remaining 5 trigonometric values? This type of question you did in standard 10, but you did in the first quadrant. Now you are doing it in the different quadrant of coordinate geometry. Different quadrant of coordinate geometry. Is it okay? Hello? Anyone of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see the M111. Here I'm showing the video to you. So all of you, this is the sharing the PPT. First question, so all of you write. Then I'm doing in the blackboard. Is it blackboard is green board is visible to you or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I write now? On the green board, I am writing the question. So question is sec theta is equal to minus 13 by 12. Minus 13 by 12, is it right or wrong? How to know? Because sec value always greater than 1 and less than minus 1. So here sec theta is equal to minus 13 by 12 means it is less than minus 1. So it is definitely a value of sec theta. It is a possible values of sec theta because whatever angle sec theta will take, either it will give a number 1 or more than 1 or minus 1 or less than minus 1. So this value is okay. How to find remaining 5 trigonometric functions? So I'm doing on the blackboard. If you have done this type of problem in standard 10, now you are doing in the quadrant. Now all of you tell me theta lies in which quadrant? Minus 13 by 12. It is written that theta lies in the second quadrant. Is it right or wrong?
Yes, sir. Right.
Okay, right, because
Right.
cos is negative in the second quadrant. Okay. Now what we'll do, if you there are two approaches. One I did in the PPT by the using trigonometry identity. Another approach I am doing, which is very easy for you. Take the help of right angle triangle solutions. When you will take right angle, that time you will not take the sign consideration because side of the triangle never be negative quantity. So minus will take out, only do by the right angle triangle process. Now I'm doing here in the blackboard. All of you look here. So in the this part. Okay. So now I'm drawing a right angle triangle ABC. ABC. This is a right angle triangle, and that is ABC. It is ABC. I'm making it more closer so that you can visualize it. So ABC, as sec theta is equal to 13. The green board is visible to you, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then theta, this angle I'm taking as theta. And as sec theta given, sec theta is equal to minus I'll not take, I'll only take 13 by 2. Already minus is reserved for second quadrant. The angle belongs to second quadrant. Second quadrant. As it is belong to second quadrant, that is giving you minus. That minus is for second quadrant. I am taking this. Then sec already all of you know that it is equal to hypotenuse by base. Sec is hypotenuse by base. So hypotenuse is 13, base is 12. By Pythagoras law, you can find the perpendicular. So 13 square is 169 minus 144, that is equal to 25. Its root over is 5. Is it okay? These are the Pythagorean triplet. So 5, 12, 13 are known as Pythagorean triplet. Everybody, hello. Angle is in the
Yes, sir.
second quadrant. That's why that negative sign for the second quadrant. Sec theta is 13 by 12. That is equal to P by H. Why a negative? I will not tell. Okay, already I told in the right angle sides cannot be negative. Then minus we are reserving. It is for quadrant analysis. But measurement I am taking for numerical values of the different trigonometric function. Then I will consider the sign by according to the quadrant. So numerical value first I will find. So then sec theta, from the sec theta I come to know H is equal to this one, and this is the B, and I found P by Pythagorean triplet, that is P square plus B square is equal to H square. This is the Pythagorean law. So this one applying this. Then I'll go, if I know sec theta, and then I can get cos theta. Cos theta is reciprocal of sec theta. So it should be 12 by 13. Here also you can see it is this B by H, 12 by 13, and it is in the second quadrant. Angle is the second quadrant. Then this is definitely negative. I got the cos theta. Then I'll go to find out sin theta. Sin theta is equal to P by H, that is equal to 5 by 13, and second quadrant, in the second quadrant sign is positive, so it is plus 5 by 13. In the quadrant analysis I am taking the sign, and then I am going to, if I got the sin theta, cosec theta is its reciprocal, so its reciprocal is 13 by 5 positive. Then I will go to tan theta, this side I am doing. So tan theta is equal to P by B. So that is equal to 5 by 12, and second quadrant, in the second quadrant tan is negative, minus 13 by 12, minus 5 by 12. Then cot theta is its reciprocal, is equal to 12 by 5 minus. I got the cot theta, tan theta, sec theta, sin theta, cosec theta, and sec theta given, cos theta I got. So then all the things I did by right hand angle, only I am considering the sign as it is lies in the second quadrant. So this is the one of the method, and in PPT one method is given. So there are two methods I discussed you can do. There is exercise. One trigonometric function given, how can you can find other trigonometric functions. This is one way, so easiest way. So first, considering without the sign, you consider the measurement, find out all the trigonometric ratios. Then after see that which quadrant it is there, then according to the quadrant which functions are positive, which functions are negative, then you put the sign, then you will get remaining value. Is it okay? Hello? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
All of you clear? All of you clear here?
Yes, sir.
And now see the PPT.
Yes, sir.
In the PPT, another method I am using by the identity I did. Did you got the solutions perfectly? So sec theta is minus 13 by 12, implies cos theta is reciprocal of it. Cos theta is reciprocal of it. Cos theta is reciprocal of it. So then we got minus 12 by 13. Then tan square theta, you know that sec square theta minus 1. This is an identity you are using in the 10th standard. The tan square theta is sec square theta minus 1. Sec is known as the minus 13 by 12 whole square minus 1. So 169 by 144 minus 1, 25 by 44. Then tan theta is equal to plus minus 5 by 12. But as angle in the second quadrant, then it is minus 5 by 12. Once I get tan theta, then we know that cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta. So then we got the cot theta value is minus 12 by 5. Also sin theta equal to tan theta into cos theta. Yes, Sin theta can be written as tan theta by cos into cos theta, because tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. So cos cancel tan. So then the tan theta value known, and then cos theta value known, both you multiply, you got 5 by 13. Similarly, you get cosec theta, and the sin theta is positive in the second quadrant. Cosec theta is reciprocal of it, 13 by 5. Then hence you got the all 6 ratios. I think 2 method I discussed here. So is it clear to everybody? Is it clear to everybody this question? Example 1. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll go to next. Next. So now see, all of you do this question by right angle triangle methods. Everybody do and upload the answer in the WhatsApp. Now just now you do it. It is given that sin theta is equal to minus 4 by 5 and theta is an angle in which quadrant? Anybody can tell? 180 to 270. Which quadrant? Third quadrant. Theta is in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, which functions are negative? The third quadrant, only tan and cot are positive, and the remaining
Positive and rest are
are
negative.
Okay. Now you use right angle triangle, all of you find out it. So here Pythagorean triplet are, so sin theta is equal to P by B, P by H, P is equal to 4 and H equal to 5, then B is equal to 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Then find out quickly by Pythagorean triplet all the trigonometric ratio, and third quadrant, after finding the numerical values of the remaining 6 trigonometric functions, put their sign by according to quadrant, tan and cot make positive, remaining are negative. So quickly, I'm giving the time, all of you take your note and pen, try to solve by taking help of right angle triangle. I did the solution here by the using identity. So this is with you, this PPT is already there with you. I'm doing in the another way the problem solving, one I'm giving to you, one I'm discussing here. Okay, all of you clear? Do?
Done.
Done. Okay, thank you very much. So quickly check your answer. Check your answer here. Check your answer here. Next one. Next PPT. So all of you see the next PPT.
Sir, I think you have not shared the screen.
Not screen. Okay. You have not seen.
No.
What happens? I'm just fixing it. Okay, see that screen the scare here is. I've seen my screen on the laptop, and here green board is there. Okay, let I'm seeing that whether the screen is there or not. Wait. Sin theta is equal to minus 4 by 5 and theta in the third quadrant. 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 Then find out remaining trigonometric ratios. You have done it. If tan theta is equal to, if tan theta is equal to, tan theta is equal to 1 by 7, tan theta is equal to 1 by 7 of, and theta lies in the third quadrant. Theta lies in the third quadrant. Theta lies in the third quadrant. Find out the remaining trigonometric ratio. Start now.